A mirror-like finish with hyper gloss, unparalleled beading, 9H hardness, and up to 7 years of performance? That sounds impressive on paper, but does this product really perform? We're gonna put it through my full battery of tests: application, gloss, contact angle, durability, and everything in between. By the end, we'll know if this product lives up to the hype or if it's just strong marketing. We always want to give the bottle a thorough shake when we get started. Now we're going to add a line or maybe some drops of the coating to the applicator. Now use the applicator to apply the product evenly. I like to start with a cross down the middle. It allows for a lot of product to remain in that middle area so that it spreads evenly. I'm going to go with a crosshatch approach. The product seems to be gliding pretty well. I'm not getting any tackiness or hangups as I make my way across the panel. The instructions call for a minimum of 2 minutes before wiping up. And wow, right at about 2 minutes, it looks like the product has disappeared. Let's find out if that's easy to remove. Oh, it is still on there. It looks like an oil slick now. So the first pass seems to be getting most of it. There might be a little much in one of the corners. We're gonna flip. Guys, this is not bad at all. Everything kind of came right up after that flip. I didn't feel any tackiness. And I'll show you the scoring on your screen real quick for this test. So like you just saw, that was a pretty easy application. The product was thick, but it was easy to glide on. And then after 2 minutes, it came right off. I'm definitely gonna give this a product a 10 for the installation. I'm pretty impressed. Here's my optical contact angle meter, and I'll be testing a panel that's already been pre-coated. I'll drop a 3 microliter bead of deionized water on the surface, and my microscope's gonna capture the droplet image. The software measures the angle between the droplet and the surface, giving us an exact contact angle to gauge hydrophobicity. I'll take 5 samples in total and average the result. Let's take a look at the screenshots from the test and see how the Kronos did. And the average angle landed at 107.2 degrees. That is a tremendous score for an average contact angle. In fact, this right now is the most hydrophobic product in the coating category that I've tested to date. That is a really cool result. I'll bring up the scoring table now, and based on that, you can see this product absolutely does get 10 points. This is an incredibly hydrophobic product. It's gonna give you very strong, very round beads, and that is great for self-cleaning, for water shedding, all that good stuff. Real quick, I've dropped affiliate links down below in the description. That includes the product we saw today, as well as others that I personally like. If you decide to pick something up from one of those websites, it really does help me out a ton and allows me to make videos like the one you're watching today. We've given the product a little time to cure. Let's find out if this is a pretty product. I'm looking for that pop, depth, gloss, that visual richness and quality that we all want on our paint. For this part of the test, we'll be looking at 2 panels. This red one right here that we just coated, and a black test panel that was prepped ahead of time. I'll throw the scoring criteria up on the screen and we'll average the results between both panels. Looking at the red here, I have to say it's notable where the product is. I can tell a line. It's even very clear up here where it leaked under the tape more. It has definitely made an improvement on the red, but I would not say that that improvement is fantastic. It looks good. So in our range of scoring, I would put this in the 5 category. It clearly made an improvement. It's made the paint look better. I just wouldn't write home about the performance on the red. However, red is a very bright color. This is a bright panel. These are tough ones to crack and make look really deep and rich. And here is our black test panel, and this is the Kronos that I've already applied a couple of weeks ago, and I think it looks absolutely insane on the black. It is such a pretty product. I'll try to give you a few different looks at it, but man, it looks insane on the black, so rich, so deep, absolutely 10 points. There's another very pretty product on this side for a different test, and it's also very nice, but you can tell just how much richer and deeper the Kronos is. That means the overall score for this product is gonna be 7.5 points for the visual appeal. A huge factor in a ceramic coating is its slickness. This really helps reduce marring, swirls, and scratches when you maintain your vehicle. For this test, I'm using a 1040 gram block and measuring the amount of gram force needed to get it moving. I'll run 5 pulls and average out the static coefficient of friction. We averaged 140 grams of pull force to move the block. The idea is to have the lowest possible static coefficient of friction, and in this case, we got a 0.13 rounded down. You can consult the scoring table on the screen to see that this product scores a 7.5 in our testing for slickness, making it a very slick product. Coatings serve to improve the look of automotive paint, but not just through color depth, but also through light reflectivity. And in our test, we're able to measure this objectively by using a gloss meter to figure out how much light this panel reflects after it's been coated. This device shines a light at a 20-degree angle and records how much is reflected back in gloss units. Our baseline, freshly polished panel measures 88 gloss units on average without any product applied. We're going to take 5 readings over the coated area, calculate the average gloss unit value, and then determine the difference from our baseline. That difference becomes our gloss score. We see we've got 88.2 rounded up on average as far as gloss units on the Kronos side. We can subtract the 88 base, and we see that we got a 0.2 rounded up gain in gloss. So it'll receive 0.2 points, not a ton, but it did increase the reflectivity of this panel. Durability is one of the biggest factors when choosing the right coating. To test that, I've set up an objective and repeatable method using an alcometer. It runs a terry-covered applicator across the test panel while dispensing a mild shampoo to simulate washing. Before we begin any test cycles, we'll hit the panel with water to check performance, and just as a heads up, there's a control strip running down the center for reference. The product is definitely very hydrophobic. I'm locking the test panel into the alcometer. I'll throw the scoring system up on the screen. We test in batches of 10, 20, 50, 100, 300, and 1,000 passes. After each round, we'll spray the panel with water to check if the product is still doing its job. Once it fails, we'll stop and record the last successful batch as the durability score. Just remember, this is a durability test, not a longevity test. Longevity depends on all kinds of real-world variables we can't fully control in the lab. Let's see how our product is doing 10 washes in. Man, that Phoenix EOD is still working like new. Let's run it for 20. We got 20 on the Phoenix EOD. Is it still working? I can't tell any difference. Working great. Let's go again. Let's do 50. Not a sign of wear on that Kronos. Let's go to 100. After a massive 100 washes, let's take a look at the Phoenix EOD Kronos. Just nothing, still like new. Let's go for 300. How's it looking? I can't tell that anything's happened to it. Let's do the full 1,000. Can it still really work? That's incredible. There's not even a wear line 1,000 in. This thing's getting the full 10 points for durability. Now that the testing's done, let's talk about this product's strengths, weaknesses, and whether it's worth picking up. If you're enjoying this content, do remember to hit subscribe, make sure to turn on notifications. That way you're the first to know when these new reviews come out. Let's start with the strengths of this product. I think for me, it's really crazy how hydrophobic this product is. They weren't kidding when they said that this would have some unparalleled water beading. It is really, really strong. This is, I believe, the strongest product I've tested, definitely the strongest in the coating category. Furthermore, I was incredibly blown away by the really great durability. The product didn't show any wear even after 1,000 washes. It's really competing with professional coatings and others that are much more expensive than this guy right here. So good job, Team Phoenix EOD. Now the performance on red paint could have been improved a little. Maybe that's an area we could look for some improvement. It didn't look absolutely stunning and brilliant on red, but man, on black, the performance was so good. It looked absolutely amazing on that black test panel. I would say if you've got that darker colored vehicle, this will look absolutely insane on a black car. Furthermore, it's also cool that this comes in at a fairly attractive price point. I think there's a lot to consider in the Kronos. I would definitely put this on my list to research and consider buying. And of course, if you do buy it, make sure to use my link. I do make a lot of these deep dive sort of videos, so if you're interested in detailing, you like car mods, car builds, car repairs, you're an enthusiast, you probably will find something here that's for you. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and enable notifications if you haven't already, and I will catch you again really soon.